Bookaholics, this is Isabel and welcome to another video. So today I'm going to be talking about all the books that are great to read in this summer. I posted a little while ago a video about all the books I want to read in the summer, but this one is all about giving recommendations to you. I'm really excited for these because some of these books I haven't talked about for a while and some of them I just love talking about. So let's just get right into it. So the first book I have here is The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. This one is so great to read in the summer. This one follows a girl named Andy who her father is a politician and this big scandal comes out and all of her plans for the summer, her internship, hanging out with her friends, doing all this other stuff, it is no longer viable for her. So she has to scrounge around and figure out what to do in the summer. So she ends up getting a job walking dogs. It definitely has some seriousness going on in here, but it's mostly just a fun read and it's just great to read in the summer. The next book I have here is What If It's Us by Becky, Albertalli and Silvera. So this one follows two boys. They are both in New York. One lives there and one is just there for the summer, and they just have this very, very cute meet cute at the post office, and then they don't exchange information or anything, so they're on a scrounge to find each other, and then they have a couple of bad dates and things just don't seem to be going right, and it's honestly just a lot of fun and really, really cute, and I really enjoyed this. I did read it in November, but it's definitely one that's great to read in the summer, but I read in November and I read it before I went to New York, so it was like perfect. It was honestly so great. I loved it because it just made me so excited for New York, and it has a place in my heart because of that, but it's definitely great to read in the summertime. So the next book on this list is The Wrong Side of Right by Jen Mary Thorne. This book follows a girl who her mom just passed away, and then she is confronted with the fact that her father, who she never knew before, is running for president, and now she's on the campaign with this family that she never knew about. It just follows after that. It's a lot of fun. It definitely has its hard-hitting moments, and it's definitely not just a fluffy book, but it's so much fun to read. The next book on this list is When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandhya Menon. This one, the cover itself is so summery, like I just want to have a drink in my hand while I read this. This one is also a very fun one to read in the summer. It follows two characters, Dimple and Rishi, as they are going to the summer program for coding, and little does Dimple know that Rishi is sent there by their parents so they can meet and fall in love, so it won't be so bad that they have arranged their marriage. This one just follows that as Rishi tries to woo Dimple. So it's a lot of fun. It definitely has its flaws. I know a lot of people were pretty disappointed in this one because they're hoping for more coding and the main character Dimple actually like wanting to do this coding and not being distracted by the love, but it's still just a lot of fun. The next book on this list is Geeky by Ashley Poston. I read this one in the summer and it was just perfect to read on the beach. This one follows a girl who is pretty much the equivalent of Cinderella, and she is so excited to go to this Comic-Con and meet the cast of Starfield, and especially the one boy that plays the main character, and so she's wanting to go to this, but her stepmother and stepsisters are trying to block her from going. And honestly, it's just a fun book. It's just enjoyable. It's a fluffy kind of read, and I really had a lot of fun with this, and I would highly recommend it for the summertime. The next book I have on this list is Everything Leads to You by Nina Lacour. So this book is a lot of fun as well, like so many of these other ones. This one's actually an LGBTQ, but it's not like the main factor of the whole story. It follows a girl who's an aspiring film production designer, and when she's looking for furniture to set up her room, she finds this letter and she just goes on to a scavenger hunt to figure out the mystery. And there's a bit of love in it, but it's a lot of just growth and friendship and a little bit of love. I really had a lot of fun with this one. My friend absolutely loved this and recommended it to me, and I'm so glad she did because I had so much fun with this one, and it's just a fun one to read in the summer. So the next one's I'm going to talk about at the same time because they're by the same author, and that's Lovin' Gelato and Lovin' Luck. So these ones are great to read in the summer. I definitely love Love and Luck more than Lovin' Gelato, just because Lovin' Gelato had a lot of insta-lovey feels, while this one had more of a focus on family and friendship. So I had a lot of fun with both of these ones, and they're great to read in the summer, and also in this time because this one's set in Italy and this one's set in Ireland, so we can't travel to those places unless, of course, you live there. Lovin' Gelato follows a girl who her mom just passed away. She has to move to Italy where her father lives, who she doesn't really know too much, and she kind of just stumbles across this idea that possibly her father is not her actual father. She goes on to this mystery thing to figure out if her father is actually her father. And yeah, like I said, it has a bit of an insta-lovey feel, so if you don't like that, maybe it's not for you, but I still enjoyed it, even though the insta-love definitely brought my rating down a lot. Lovin' Luck follows a girl who is in Ireland for her aunt's wedding, and after the wedding's done, most of her other family is going to go on a trip through Ireland, and then her and her brother are going to go to Italy to visit the friend that was in Lovin' Gelato. But things change and they end up going on a road trip in Ireland. So this one was a lot of fun. Like I said, I did definitely enjoy this one more because it has more of a focus on family and friendship, which I much more appreciate, and I loved it even more. The next one on this list, which I'm so excited to talk about, is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. So I know I've talked about this one too many times, but this one is great to read in the summer. I read in the summer last year, and it was just perfect for the summer. It's just the perfect amount of cute and seriousness and just fluff, and honestly I just loved it so much. So I really don't think I need to explain this one because everyone and their mother knows about this book, but just in case you don't know what it's about, this one follows the first son of the president and then the Prince of Wales, and they're rivals at the beginning and they are forced to do PR and pretend that they're best friends, and then sparks happen, and it's honestly such a cute and romantic book, and I loved it so much, and I would highly recommend it for the summer. The next one on this list is Field Notes on Love by Jennifer E. Smith. So this one's also great in the summer. Not only is it set in the summer, but it's also a trip kind of book. This one follows a boy who lives in the UK, and he just got broken up by his girlfriend, and they're supposed to go on this big trip in America going from New York all the way to LA on the train, and when she breaks up with him, that trip is derailed, no pun intended. In order to still go on this trip, he has to find a girl who has the same name as his ex-girlfriend. So he puts a post out to the universe, and lo and behold, someone responds with that name, and they go on this trip together. It does have a bit of the insta-lovey to it, but it's kind of subtle and not like thrown in your face, which is nice. But yeah, it's definitely one that's just great to read in the summer. It's just a nice fluff read. The next one that's great to read in the summer is Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren. So most of Christina Lauren's books are great to read in the summer. This one I had a lot of fun with, mostly because Hazel reminds me so much of my sister. It's practically uncanny. I had so much fun with this one. It just follows these two characters. They knew each other back in college, but they haven't seen each other for a while. But when they meet again, after like 10 years, they start becoming friends and they start not dating. So it's just a lot of fun, and it's great to just read in the summer. The last one I'm going to talk about is another Christina Lauren book, and that is The Unfunny Mooners. This one I couldn't not talk about. This one follows two characters. They hate each other, but the main girl character's sister is dating the main character's brother. So they're forced to go to this wedding together, and they're forced to be in each other's orbit a lot of the time, and so they kind of tolerate each other, but they still snark at each other, and it's so cute. At this wedding, everyone gets sick from the sushi, which Olive and Ethan are the only ones who don't eat the fish, so they go on the honeymoon that the newlyweds were supposed to go on. And so they are forced into the situation about, and they're kind of come together and they start becoming enemies to friends and then eventually friends to lovers. And I love that trope so much, and it's done so well in this book. I would highly recommend this one. This one's great to read in the summer. Alright, so those are all the books that are great to read in the summertime. I'm hoping some of these helped you, that you're able to find some books to read. If you guys enjoyed it, please give a thumbs up. Comment down below what books you guys love to read in the summertime, or any recommendations for me, or if these recommendations helped you at all. Let me know down below. Subscribe if you have not yet. I post every week. Push that notification button so you know when I post another video, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye!